Welcome back to DS Trucks. So I'm in a bit of a conundrum today. Really, I need to get a shop. I am busting at the seams. I am at my capacity. I cannot do any more here at the house. So the issue that I'm faced with today is I need to move all this out of the way so that I can work on my F350 with the 7.3 Godzilla, and I can put the snowplow prep package on the truck, or the snowplow wiring harness on the truck. I gotta move a plow. I can't hook up to the plow until I move the trailer, and I can't move the trailer because I need a truck. So if I move the trailer, then I need a truck available to get the plow out of the way. And the 350 cannot move a plow right now because it doesn't have the wiring harness. So I've got to go in here, remove the plow, the trailer, so that I can put half of the truck in the garage so that I can actually install the plow. So what a conundrum I'm in. See if I can work this out. Let me go ahead and hook up a truck to the trailer, get it out of the way, then hook up a truck. Well, I have to hook up this truck to a plow and get the plow out of the way, and then I'll be able to bring the nose of the truck into the garage so I don't freeze. Guys, it is freaking cold today. So let me get all this set up and see what we end up with. So here is the solution. I pulled the front of the truck in. Again, the truck's too tall to get in here, so just the nose, and all my work is going to be in the front under the hood. Let me pop the hood while I'm back here. This side, pop the hood and pop in here. I've got to set up in the shop. I've got to set up a movie in here. You want a movie? So they're going to be here watching a movie, and I'm going to be over here freezing. It's still cold. Like, my feet are cold, but the top of me isn't. We can't get the temperatures up. We've got this set to 60 degrees, but we can't get to 60 degrees. We're at 55. So it's better than 25, which is what's outside. So let me go ahead and get this all going and get the snowplow wiring installed in the truck as quick as possible. This is the setup here. So it is pretty warm. And number one, I've got to pull this fender liner. And right now it's just the stock fender liner, and I have new ones to go inside of the wheel well. So let's go ahead and get these fender liners removed. Fender liner is out. Now, if you're interested in a video on how to remove the fender liner, check out my channel. I do have a video already on how to remove that. But yeah, this is a beautiful sight. We can see that 7.3 Godzilla in there. A lot more room to work on this compared to the 6.2. So that's definitely nice. You can see those exhaust manifolds right there. Heavy, large studs on the manifold. So in the event of changing one of these manifolds for any reason, if it cracked or anything, you could actually get in there, and you'd have room to actually take this thing off of here compared to the 6.2, which is real tight, and it's a problem. So you can actually get in there with that. Nice to have that. I wonder if there's a coating on these exhaust manifold studs that would allow these to come off. It seems like there is. When you really look close at one of the studs, it seems like they've really thought it out and actually put a coating on the stud. So we'll see. I mean, hopefully they don't rust out. But with that, I did order, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, I did order plastic liners to go in. And what happens is, on these felt mesh, whatever you want to call it, those type of liners, the holes, this is a hole, this is a hole, this is a hole, all these little things are holes in the system, and I don't want those holes anywhere near my plugs. I do believe this is our plug that we're going to interface with. I think, I don't know exactly, but I do think it actually might be this one up in here for our headlights. I think it's that one. You would never want moisture to end up getting back here up in here. You never want that. That is where your fuse box is. So if you look underneath here and you pop up to over here, you see your fuse box. Move this. This is a future bundle of wires for a future project, but it's tied into an upfitter switch. But fuse box right there. You can see there's some water already sitting on our fuse box because, well, let me grab a light. I don't think you can see that. When you look in here, you can see that there's water sitting on our fuse box. And the reason that is because water works its way to that fuse box. So the one thing you never want to do is put a hole in your fuse box cover. Just don't do it. It's not good. But let me go ahead and keep moving, get this wiring installed, and I'll see you guys in the next scene. So put it in the Plow. Western wants you to put your module right in here on top of your fuse box. I don't like that. It's going to make it super difficult for me to open the fuse box and get to the fuses. So what I'm proposing, and I have no idea if this is going to work, is gluing the module in here. I have some high performance tape, double-sided tape, 3M, super good quality, commercial grade. I'm proposing gluing 3-port module right here. I'm thinking, and that way I can still access my fuse box, and hopefully it never needs to be replaced, because then you'd have to pry it out of here. So let's go ahead and get a little double-sided tape and see if that will work. Alright, so what I ended up doing is mounting all of my relays to the inner fender well here. They are adhered. I use this nice 3M tape. I've really been enjoying this. So far it's been holding up real good. We'll see if these fall off. If they do, we'll get a nasty rattle on the side of the truck. So I've got quite a few in there. There's some zip tied wiring, but all my connections are made under there. I've just got to connect my battery, and I've got to connect. Well, one thing I don't really love is I got to route all of this, and it ends up being on top, but I guess it's okay. It'll end up going there, but I guess it's fine, whatever. And then that'll go inside the truck and connect to the controller. So I go ahead and keep finishing up, and hopefully I get this done soon. So I finished the install of the snow plow wiring, and I kind of skipped filming a little bit, so I just want to touch base and show the finished product. Basically, like I was saying, I did not want to put my 3-port module right here on top of the fuse box, because when it is on there, you can't open the fuse box. So if you have any issues with the fuses, you've got to reach in here and unplug the module, and the module's really not meant to ever be unplugged, so super hard to do. And once it's unplugged, your whole entire headlight system is rendered inoperative. So I was able to mount that 3-port module underneath in this area, right up in here, totally out of the way. It's right up under here, actually. Now, what I also didn't get around to doing just yet is putting in the plastic liner and the mud flaps, but those are going to be two critical things coming soon here in the future. Maybe I'll do a video on it, but as you can see, the amount of moisture that gets on this thing and this product that they use is pretty absorbent. And like I was saying, the holes here, a big protrusion right through there, that hole is right where the fuse box is. So when you're turning and maneuvering your wheel, salty environment, snow plowing a lot, you're blasting moisture onto this box, onto the bottom side of this box. So something to think about, most definitely something to think about. So that is where we are. Oh, one more thing. I did make a small mistake with this install. This will honestly go down, guys, as the worst mistake I've ever made. I think this is the biggest mistake I've ever made working on a vehicle. What I did is I tried to go through this rubber nipple right here. Let's get in there and see if I can get this camera to get up in there. I tried to go through this rubber nipple in here, and I caused an issue. Like, you see a small hole there? I was trying to poke through this little nipple here, and yeah, I shorted a wire back there, and it was actually a wire that was going to my trailer brake controller, and it blew a fuse. It blew a 40 amp fuse that was going to the trailer brakes, and I ended up just replacing the fuse, and it's like working for now. But in order to see what was done to the harness behind there, I have to either remove the instrument panel or remove the fuse box. It's going to be a pretty big project to even see what happened and do a wire repair back there. But as of right now, the truck has been functioning fine with just the replacement of a fuse. So I was probing around with that little hole back there, with that little nipple, trying to go through that nipple, and I ended up causing some damage to the truck. This is pretty embarrassing. I'm not proud of this moment at all. I wanted to route this wire through that one instead of this one. Now it's routed through this one. And if you look back there, you can see it way down in there. Way down in there. This is the one that I usually go through on this side. Maybe I can get the camera in there a little deeper. But this is the one that I usually go through. You can see that right there. Usually I pass through this nipple, but I wanted to try to pass through the other one so I wouldn't have a wire under the hood, which is goofy because it's not a big deal to have this one wire under the hood unless you're working on it and you're like, why is there a freaking wire here? And you got to deal with it. But instead of going through this side, I went through the other side, and you can't see what's on the other side of that nipple. And I knew I was taking a chance. I was going super slow and stuff, but inadvertently I did hit that nipple, and I did hit whatever's behind it and short something out. Luckily, it didn't really put the truck out of commission, but it is going to be quite a project to figure out what was done and to patch up that wire. The actual harness that I'm thinking that I hit is like a $1,300 harness that goes from this area behind the instrument panel, then wraps around, hits your main fuse panel, goes freaking all up under here, up under the radiator, all back around here, and it plugs in like here. It was this big one that I hit. Like, it's a huge harness. So I'm gonna be probably going in here and figuring out what happened. But the actual snowplow install went pretty good. Like I was saying, the module is not visible. It's in that fender area, which is way better than having it out and up and visible and in the way of the engine compartment on top of the fuse box, which is so goofy of a way to do it. I've got my plugs down here hooked up. Very nice. I did test it. Everything works good. So happy with that. But check it out, guys. This literally just came in as I'm filming this video. Brand new Huskies for the truck. Brand new Husky liners to go in a truck. And I have to say, with the Husky liners, I've been very happy. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these in. This is a critical thing to do with your Super Duties. Even if you're not plowing snow, but most certainly if you are plowing snow, is to get some liners. So I didn't have a set. And I didn't want to buy a set because it cost so much money. That was probably like $180 to get those because of the bigger rear seat. I think I saw them cheaper on Amazon, but I couldn't get the big rear seat because I don't have the storage. When I say big rear seat, when you don't have that flat floor storage box, then you need a bigger piece. This is a WeatherTech one, though. I've always just had this WeatherTech one left over. WeatherTech makes a good product too. I wouldn't want to say anything bad about WeatherTech. But when you don't have a liner and you're getting in here with salty feet, you're jacking your truck up. So this truck does not have a liner in it, and it's got the salt spreader in it. The 2-yarder, which is over there, way back there is going into 350, and it's just not in there yet because we're in between seasons a little bit. We're in the fall, we're in the winter. Look at the salt that's on the floor of this truck. Look at that salt, guys. That's not cool. So now I'm going to put the old set back over into the old truck, and that way both trucks will have the Husky liners in them. But anyway, my name is Sean. This is DS Trucks. I'll be doing some pretty deep work on the 350 soon because I made a huge mistake on that one, but I guess it happens. Anyway, comment below. Hope to hear from you soon, and see you in the next video. Over and out.